Yeah, come on. It's like that. It's like that.
Welcome to this special edition of African Aquatics. Olympic and Paralympic fever has hit the city of Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape. Swimming South Africa have created a national event in a bubble due to the COVID level 1 restrictions still in play. Coaches, swimmers, medical staff and even the media were booked into one hotel close to the Newton Park pool facility. 6 days of pool action for our Olympic and Paralympic swimmers will make team selection to Tokyo, Japan a little easier. Let's get straight into some of the early highlights from this prestigious showdown. The A final of the women's 200 freestyle, the who's who of the swimming world in South Africa. That is Lisa Coetzee, Veronique Rousseau, Amy Kenny, Danae Coetzee, Rebecca Meader, Hannah Robertson, Marlies Ross, and Kiara Nodes. Tell you what, Danae Coetzee swam a blistering swim earlier this morning, finishing ahead of Amy Kenny, but Rebecca Meader also certainly one to watch for. I reckon it's all in those middle three.
Definitely, and I think they want to get even after yesterday's 100 free and the 200 fly.
Okay, so here we go. It is the second final of the day. The women's 200 free, and they are away. Good start for Danae Coetzee, followed by Rebecca Meader and Amy Kenny, as expected. The trio in the middle lanes, dominating matters fairly early on. A nice performance so far from Hannah Robinson too. But look at those three in the middle pull away. Very, very impressive start from them. And yes, certainly no slouch. Rebecca Meader with the early advantage, it looks like. In fact, a very early advantage over in lane 3, also going along nicely. Amy Kenny, they both turn. Who got the touch first? It looks as if it was Rebecca Meader, just ahead of Kenny, followed by Danae Coetzee. So the three names to watch out for are certainly living up to the hype for now.
And if you notice there, Rebecca had a phenomenal turn there on the first 50. She's already opening up a gap on the other two ladies to her left.
Yeah, there we go. Rebecca Meader continues to power ahead. Very, very impressive stuff this from Rebecca Meader as she comes home for the midway mark of this race. She touches home in 58.27, and Danae Coetzee in second spot, 59.31, followed by Amy Kenny, 59.42. The record once again from South Africa's perspective, 157.17. The Tokyo qualifying time, 157.28. So that is extremely tight. Not much to choose between them. But watch Rebecca Meader go as he continues, Theo, to lead the way.
Yeah, and I think you can see that Danae has got the 200 fly background, so if she can get a little bit close on this last turn, it will be a nice finish from all three of those ladies.
We told you about watching out for this trio, and that's exactly proving to be the case. Rebecca Meader still out in front, but only just as Danae Coetzee starts to make her comeback. Amy Kenny and her fighting it out for second place for now. But watch them go. This is going to be a tremendous finish between these three. Rebecca Meader, Danae Coetzee, Amy Kenny. Who's it going to be? Look on the outside. Amy Kenny pulling away nicely. Amy Kenny has the lead now. She is ahead of Rebecca Meader, only just. Meader trying her best. Who's going to get there first? It looks as if it will be Amy Kenny. Wow, that was tremendous. Amy Kenny, 2 minutes, 19, just ahead of Rebecca Meader, and Danae Coetzee finishing up the three. Wow, what a race.
Wow, that was very close. We called it on that last turn. I think Rebecca gave herself an opportunity, but Amy swam the perfect race, just lurching behind and then accelerating on that last 50. Phenomenal finish.
Yeah, phenomenal indeed. Congratulations, Amy Kenny grabbing the win just ahead of Rebecca Meader, and Danae Coetzee just outside her. But look at those times.
Those 0.1.
Yeah.
0.1.
Yeah, wow,
that's close.
That is incredible.
Looking back, I did go out a bit slower. I turned and I saw Rebecca and I was like, look, I got to kick now. Definitely felt it at the end, but overall I was pretty happy with the race.
Quite exciting for your relay prospects for that 4x200, 3 girls going 2 minutes. Are you quite excited about that?
Oh no, it's amazing. I've been racing with these girls for so long, and it's just so cool that we're so close and we can kind of put each other together, and it's so nice to be able to work on a team together.
Now we move over to the A final. This is gonna be a big one.
I think it's just as big as the 100 freestyle and the 200 arm last night. So we're in for a banger of a race.
Yeah, we are excited for this one. Big Masters fan, and I tweeted a short while ago, I said, catching in my last bit of Masters before I move over to the swimming action. Watch plenty of big races, including this one. And we're looking at, I think it's got to be a battle. We've got to speak about Chad le Clos versus Matthew Sates.
It's going to be good. You've got Chad that can go out really fast. We just hope that the States will just stick to his guns and just swim his own race, because if he's going to chase Chad, it's going to be a tough one for him tonight.
The Olympic qualifying time, 1:47.02, so that's a lot quicker than their seeding times, but you can imagine them to go a lot quicker this time around when you've got some world-class competitors that you are competing against. Oh, it is exciting to see Matthew Sates versus Chad le Clos, and one of the most amazing aspects of that battle, Theo, is the age difference. We're talking a difference of 11 years, and it soon will be 12, because Chad's got his 29th birthday in a couple of days' time.
Correct. So this is basically the same race as the 200 fly, the 17-year-old against the old man, which is the most experienced.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, so here we go. You can hear the crowd going off. They're ready for this one. It's an eagerly awaited event, one of the marquee ones when it comes to swimming, the 200-meter fly. Matthew Sates versus Chad le Clos. Who's it going to be? But again, Bosch, Nokia, Lowe, Ross, Sudoku, or Holzhausen, will they upset the apple cart? Stay tuned. It's going to be brilliant. And away they go. Very good start from Matthew Sates in the water first, as he pulls clear of the pack already. Very, very impressive start, but I mean, that was to be expected. We know the afterburners that Chad le Clos possesses, but yeah, Sates was lightning off the blocks.
Absolutely. He's just matched him underwater and the breakout, so he's going out nice and fast. We know that he can go 49 in the 100, as we saw last night. So Chad will just have to hang in there.
So Matt Sates first to the touch, 24.79, le Clos just behind him, and in third position. It is really a battle for third, because at the moment it's Sates up against le Clos. Le Clos keeping steady with Sates. There's not too much in it between the two, and it's amazing the arm strength almost going in unison there, Theo.
Absolutely, looks like synchronized swimming.
Yes.
There, so
another good turn from both of the swimmers up in front. Interesting to see what the battle for third is like. It looks as if, who do we have over in third? Henry Lowe looks to be holding on to third spot only just for now, but all eyes on the prize in top spot between Chad le Clos and Matthew Sates. This as they take the final turn and they come back on the home stretch. Matthew Sates just ahead of le Clos, as you can see, actually quite well in front of le Clos. He makes the turn, and here we have the final one. How's it going to work out, Theo?
this is going to be tight. Okay, well, this is going to be a good one. I think Chad is going to come back at him right now. Matt going all the way to the one side, and here comes Chad.
Okay, so here we have the final stretch. Chad le Clos coming back. What a fight back from the multiple Olympic medalists. You can see the crowd roaring. Matthew Sates just ahead of le Clos. Sates in front. Le Clos just behind him. Sates will get it. He gets the victory. Wow, what a swim. Matthew Sates, 1:48.08 just ahead of Chad le Clos. 1:48.48. The Tokyo time, 1:47, not in reach. But man, congratulations all around. That was a great race, Theo.
That was phenomenal. If you looked at Matt on the third 50, he moved all the way to the left side of the lane so that Chad couldn't catch his wake. And he came back right in the middle, smack bang, and he took him on stroke for stroke.
Yes, Matthew Sates finishing ahead of Chad le Clos. That was a terrific swim. You can see Chad congratulating his competitor. You heard from Graham Hill a little earlier today saying that Chad hates to lose. Unfortunately, he's had to lose a race now because he's been dominant throughout, and there's been many pretenders to the throne. I say that with absolutely no means to offend those that are been competing against him, but a lot of people are saying, maybe I think Chad's going to lose this one, and that hasn't proven to be the case. This time round, though, he had to settle for second best.
Yeah, and he's gracious in his defeat, and I know he's going to go back and work even harder so that he can bring it back, and hopefully if he gets a crack at it at Olympics that he can actually do a proper race and get back down to the 145 mark. That's something that he would obviously want to aim at in this 2021 Olympic Games.
That second 100 was amazing. Were you happy with that time? Is it a PB?
Yeah. Very, very happy with the time. It was an awesome race to be in. Even racing with Chad and everything, it was just awesome to be part of. Yeah.
You've definitely become a middle distance swimmer. I used to see you as a sprinter. Are you enjoying the longer distances, and what is your favorite race coming up?
I think some of my favorite races I've been training for was the 100 fly, and then the IMs, obviously 200, 400 IM.
2:25.52 is what all these swimmers are aiming to achieve. I reckon Tatiana Schoonmaker, well, she's already got that wrapped up, so that's not a concern from her. She'll be racing next, and her concern will be trying to better her own mark of 2:21.79.
I think if she can actually master that tonight, she's definitely going to send out a very strong message to the rest of the world that she's coming, and because that would be one of the top times in the world right now. And knowing that we've got a couple of months still left, I've spoken to Rocco, and he's very confident that they're still doing a lot more front-end speeds for her to get out a little bit quicker, and that will definitely set her up with the Russians and all the other competitors that she's going to be racing against. So I think it's going to be going at 2:21 tonight, and under these conditions is definitely going to send a very strong message to the rest of the world.
Would you put it down as maybe our best medal hope going into the Olympic from the swimming pool? I mean,
look, we can never ever say it best or not so, but I think it's how you arrive. From what we've seen, how she's improved in the last couple of months, especially from lockdown or even just before lockdown, going into lockdown and now out of lockdown, she just kept on improving. And I think that is something that we need to just have a look at it. Like, how do you do that? And it's just pure hard work, dedication. She eats, sleeps and breathes swimming.
But her SA and Africa record stands at 2:21.79. So 2:22.26 playing 2:21.79. I mean, there's nothing in it.
No, it's going to be a good race. And as they walked out, you could see that they were cracking a joke with Kaylee Corbett. They're very relaxed. They're good teammates. But I think now, as soon as they get on these blocks, the race is on.
Okay, so here we go, folks. It begins. It's a woman A final 200 breaststroke. Tatiana Schoonmaker looks to break another SA record. Let's get the show on the road. In they go. Very good start in lane 6 from Mandel. But Schoonmaker already away. Corbett on her outside. Jeez, but look at her pull away already, Theo.
Yeah, I think some of the guys were sleeping on the blocks there, but always just her phenomenal start. She's always had a strong start, and that underwater is just phenomenal.
Gee, look at Tatiana Schoonmaker go. And she's not as quick as getting out the water as the others. The long strokes underneath the water.
She's going to be keeping that stroke long for the next 50, and then she's going to start turning it up, and she's going to try and maintain the same stroke rate on the third and the fourth 50.
So it looks as if it is a battle for second place. Emily Fasaki up against Kenny Corbett. Also on the outside, Christine Mandel going along nicely. But Tatiana Schoonmaker, all eyes on her out in front. It's going to be interesting to see what her time is at the halfway mark. Her best time, remember the record, 2:21.79. She's already qualified for Tokyo, so that's not an issue. It's just a case of can she beat herself, theoretically, as she makes her way to the halfway stage in this, the women's 200 final. And she touches in a time of 1:08.34. What do you make of that time, Theo?
That's a very good swim out. I think that's smack bang where her coach wants it to be. I think he just wanted somebody a little bit closer to her to push on this third 50.
Okay, so at the moment, no one closer, but you can hear the crowd willing her on. Could we see another record broken? And it will be Tatiana Schoenmaker doing it again. Oh, it's going to be a tight one, but yeah, do not go anywhere as we make our way to the final stretch. Tatiana Schoenmaker leading the way. And as Theo said, you can see her head popping out a lot quicker this time around. And she touches 1:44.46.
She's still on target over here. If she can come back in a 35, she's going to get it.
So here we go. The time once again, 2:21.79. She's looking to beat Tatiana Schoenmaker. Will we see history made once more?
This is going to be close.
Very, very close. 2:21.79. Will she beat it?
It's going to be close. I think she might just get this touch. She's got it.
She's got it. She's broken the record once again. 2:20.17. Tatiana Schoenmaker gets another record. Wow, Theo, you called it.
That's impressive. And I actually got the exact same time as the board. Doesn't always happen.
And that's also equally impressive. Taking nothing away from Tatiana Schoenmaker. She breaks a record. Theo got a time spot on. Well done. Look at the hug shared between those two. As you mentioned, great teammates. But Tatiana Schoenmaker does it again.
Phenomenal. I think she's just sent out a message to the rest of the world that in South Africa, you can still do these times. It is phenomenal.
Yeah. Yes, look at the congratulations all round. Tatiana Schoenmaker grabbing the victory. That was sensational stuff. Standing ovation for her, yeah. Look at the applause. Look at the congrats. We'll be hearing from her shortly, but jeez, I'm goosebump stuff here.
Absolutely. I mean, if I look at my stopwatch over here, she went out 32, 36, 36, and came back in 36. Just a phenomenal swim. I mean, there's you can't take anything away from that.
Yeah. Man, congratulations, Tatiana Schoenmaker. That was sensational. Taking nothing away from Kayleen Corbett. Very, very impressive swim from her too, as was Emily Fasaki. That was a battle for second place. But Tatiana Schoenmaker, interesting what you said. Theo, her coach, Rocca Meiring, was hoping for someone to be next to her, to keep the pressure on. That wasn't the case. She was racing against herself, but it proved to be relevant, really.
Absolutely. I think Kaylee just had a really bad start, and I think she would have hoped to be a little bit closer to Tatiana in the first 100, because she just missed the qualifying time by a fraction, and you can see the disappointment. She's already out of the pool, but I know she's going to go back, regroup, and train harder, and hopefully in May get the crack.
A great swim there from Tatiana Schoenmaker, and you can see the emotion in her. What an incredible race. Going under 2:21 for the first time, and you just keep getting better and better. Is this emotion just overwhelming you? That's amazing. How did you feel about that?
Oh, amazing. Honestly, I can just say, like, all glory to God. It honestly, where I fear, He's there. When I'm down and tired, He's there. So honestly, I felt amazing in the race. Felt like I was a bit more in control this morning. It was a bit rushed. So I was dying this morning, so I didn't know if I'd go any faster. So yeah, I think I surprised myself.
Yeah, that last 50 was a 35 high, I think. It was like you were possessed. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, that is incredible swim. We wish you the best of luck for the rest of the few months. And yeah, good luck with your 100 breast.
Thank you so much.
Wow, geez, how was that emotion?
Wow, I've never seen her so emotional, but then again, before a race, she was the most relaxed I've seen her ever. So it can just shows you that she's just realized how good a swim it really was. It was phenomenal.